This is a manual operation video of this VW6-HL vibration welder. We start at the setup screen, and from here you can hear the pump running. It's used by this button here. Turn it on and off. You can hear it turning on and off. From here we can configure our user outputs for how we want these user outputs to be used in the process. If we want to turn this one on, turn this one off, depending on how we want these to function in the line of the process. Same thing with the user outputs. We can activate user outputs. This is, we can, if we want to turn on the vacuum or the valve using the finger button, you can see that functioning. So that's how that works. Turn those off. We can go to our manual tune here. This is how we can manually tune the head. Back up there, we go. And then you'd fine tune, coarse tune, depending on how the tooling, how heavy the tooling is. You'd have to change this to get the tuning of the head just right. We can manipulate our weld parameters, and these are all customizable from this screen. You can change the amplitude, the weld time, how long it's welding for, the forces that are used, all that. You can reset the counter from here. And from here we can actually get to the next menu. I'm going to go back to setup, but from here you can also get to auto mode and move table, door, all that. So this is going to be move table and door, and from here we can manually move the table up and down. Let's go up, table up fast, and that's using the finger buttons. And then we can move the table back down, use the finger buttons. You notice that when it went up, it had that deceleration right at the top, and that's a built-in feature so that it doesn't, the table doesn't slam into the head, which wouldn't be good. We can go up slow with the finger button actuation, and we'll go back down, and then we'll mess around with the door. You can raise the sound door here. That's all with the finger button. Okay. Like from this screen, we can also go back into the weld parameters if we want. These screens are kind of interchangeable. You can move between them. Let's go back to setup. This is our recipe page, and the recipe page is basically you can program and tune the head to a specific tooling weight, and then you can save those parameters in what's called a recipe file. And you can see here we have many different files here that you can, many slots you can use to save your specific tooling weight recipes. And in addition to tuning the head to a specific weight, you can also set specific weld forces and weld times and amplitudes and things like that. So go back to setup. I'd like to show you the alarm log. This is if you have any alarms that come up, this will have a log here. You can acknowledge and reset all alarms. You can sort them. You can go up and down to view a specific one, or you can just clear the whole thing, and that clears the whole page. So from here, let's go to auto mode, and this is where your operators will be using the machine most. So from here, once it's in the auto mode page, you can see the recipe file that has been selected. It gives you all kinds of information on the welder thus far, as what the amplitude currently is. So once it runs, you'll be able to see what amplitude it's running out. the amplitude that it ran last cycle, the weld force, the weld time, total meltdown, the current table position, and of course from here you'll be able to view all the perimeters and user inputs and the data on the specific welding that you just did. So let's go ahead and run a cycle here. The cycle is started by breaching the light curtain. So we're going to do that by placing our hand in the way of the, you can hear it activating and deactivating. Obviously this is a safety feature so that the operators don't put their hands or anything else in the way of the sound door as it's raising. So the purpose of breaking the light curtain for the first time is to simulate a part being entered into the welder. Obviously it's looking for that so that it knows it has something to weld. So once the light curtain has been breached, we're going to go ahead and hit the finger button. Sound door is going to come up. You can hear the table moving. It's welding, and then the door will drop down on its own. And that's auto mode. Your operator would remove the finished part and then put in a new part and then be able to hit the button again. You can see the screen here. See the weld forces and the amplitude that it's running at. And that's how auto mode works. Let's do one more. Break the light curtain, simulating removing a part and putting in a new one, and then we hit the button. And there you have it. That's manual operation of this VW6-HL vibration welder.